Bretonnians are always awkward. But they do have, like, I've seen Bretonnians have all kinds of crazy team builds. So, we shall see. We shall see. I did have one Bretonnian coach who absolutely crushed me with his team. Just had one of those games where he just punched me to death. Just absolutely destroyed me. I feel like we're going to take the bribe again. We're going to stamp on the AV. We're going to try and foul as many blitzers and blockers as we can, and we're going to try and punch as many peasants as we can, and hope we get a numbers advantage. Hopefully all of our guard does us a solid. We were hoping to get another mighty blow before this game on our next level up on the blitzers, but unfortunately you can't really. I'm not really going to turn down a dodge. I feel like taking dodge is always worthwhile. Gotta love blodge on your blitzers.
The referee has been bribed. According to the twerper fee,
and we will receive. Let's have a quick look while he's setting up. So he's got guard, blocker, he's got a plus strength blocker, he's got block lineman, standard, guard. Well, that's a pretty decent nerves of steel, agility, pass, blitzer. Dan Marino, okay. Tackle, blitzer, strip ball guy, and a dodge guy. Okay, so he's got pretty decent blitzers. Is that a Dauntless guy? Okay, Dauntless line. One really good lineman. The rest is kind of as you would expect. He's got a two-man bench, as have I. So I feel like this could go either way. We shall see. Hopefully we get off to a good start this time. The last couple of games we've really struggled. We've had some pretty rough starts. I think against that elf team that we was just playing in the very first turn, we clicked an extra square to make one go for it by accident, and unfortunately we failed to go for it, re-rolled it, failed it again, and then got knocked out on one of our blitzers, which is not ideal. Certainly not the way you would choose to start a game. Okay, so he's just gonna... Okay. So he hasn't put any of his guard on the line, which is fine. Good luck, have fun, good sir. The strength 4 guy, I'm not overly worried about. Where's our mighty blow guy? I would very much like to mighty blow punch this strength 4 guy in the head straight away. That would be good for us. Almost certainly. Dodge guy. You can do it as well because you're jump up guy. If you get a wrestle, you can run on. And then we will probably load up the... Which side has he got better pieces? He's got guard. That's where the big guy. Okay, we're going to load up the left. I'm going to try and go down this side and see what happens. And dirty player there, and this guy here. Okay. And we'll see how this goes then. This could work out right. 90% of it always depends on the kick and the kick-off event. It can ruin all your plans. Extra reroll for him. Touchback, always good. Right. I almost certainly want to just... Do I want to give it straight to the catcher? I feel like I might want to give it straight to the catcher. Why mess around with the pickup and all not? Let's just go this way. And we start taking our 2 dice blocks. Follow.
This is going to be enough to come out on top.
Go on. Oh, go on. It's always lovely when you just get rid of a peasant early.
Hey, I might actually start.
Right, now we've cleared out this side, we're going to cage up first before we do anything else. You can get as far as that. So that's where we're going to cage. We can get this guy. No, you can't reach, unfortunately. Tackle guy, has he got... No, that's just a wrestle guy. It's a shame that... What we're going to do is stick a guy there. Yeah, no, we'll have to cage. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to blitz this turn, which is unfortunate, but there is no real way for us to blitz and then get all the way back, I don't think. So we're just going to be safe. We're going to cage up and then make the rest of our blocks and see what happens. Actually, we can probably blitz with the ogre if this goes well.
Unity is strength.
Push him that way. This is the block we really would like to go nicely. I mean... we could probably do it this way. We could probably blitz with this guy inwards. And then if we got a bribe... We have got a bribe as well. No, actually we won't do that because we want to... I'm going to try and blitz with the ogre. Why not? Just let's do that. Let's take a 2 dice here with a mighty blow. Push him away. He will stay. And then we'll just blitz a peasant with the ogre and see what happens. See if we can get a...
Better than hitting someone smaller than Jim.
And then we just... I suppose we follow up? Yeah, we just follow up here. Okay, that seems reasonable. You know, not spectacular, but we got a peasant off the pitch nice and quick. It would have been nice if the ogre would have proper clocked this guy. But still, could be worse, could be worse. The only real good block he's got now is on the ogre. But even that's a blitz. And then it's just, you know, no free blocks. He's just going to try and screen us, I assume. One thing against Brett's is, you know, obviously the ogre's not as disruptive as he usually is because of all the Dauntless. So that does help. When I was having fun with my Brett team, it does help against big guys having a bunch of Dauntless.
Those players are very close. Smells like a fight is about to happen.
Come on, guys, together.
Just a push, that works. Okay, so he's used a nice early reroll to get the ogre down, which I'm okay with. I say that as long as the ogre doesn't die or anything.
Fighting skills are the food of
Yeah, so it does look like he's just going to try and screen. But yeah, this is not too bad for us. Not too bad for us so far. I feel like we're doing all right. For the moment, I feel like we probably just stand this guy up and then just move the cage this way, maybe. It all depends. Where's the mighty blow guy? That's the mighty blow guy. And we do need to figure out where. We need to keep an eye on our dirty player. We do want to be using the dirty player wherever possible. There he is. Right. Okay. So, we've kind of got a ready-made cage here. We're not going to stand that guy up. Oh, that's unfortunate. Skip that.
He's moving. No, he's not.
And then what to do? We'd probably... Which is the one? Which one would we like to...
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Good. Ball is secure. Can the other team steal it away?
And then... suppose we just... Yeah, I feel like we're going to do this. We're just going to make things a little bit awkward. And then see what he does, really. There isn't really a good spot to... With the blitz fading, it's not really a good spot to do much there. I would have liked to have blitzed the strength 4 guy, but because the ogre boneheaded and didn't stand up and give me the guard, it became a bit of a problem.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone. Should be good.
So he's blitzing around the side. Okay. Am I going to go for it as well? Maybe. Rolling them, going for it. Oh, there we go. There's the one. Is he going to burn a reroll? I think he's certainly going to burn a reroll because that's kind of left a lot of his players hanging out to dry over here if he doesn't. There's his reroll gone for the turn. And again, he's still got to be reasonably careful about where he puts stuff. I mean, there is always the chance I'll just go through the middle instead then, but we shall see. We shall see.
Moved right next to a teammate.
That guy's got guard. That guy's got guard. So we still get 2 dice there, which is good. Two, 1. Okay, so that guy's kind of hung out to dry. So we almost certainly take a 2 dice here, I think.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
Injury would be nice. KO, that works. It would definitely be nice to get just getting one blocker or one blitzer injured and out for the game is a big massive help. But Oh, bonehead again. That is really unfortunate. Have we got a guard guy anywhere that we can put in here? We have. Maybe blitz out this way. This is not the safest at the moment, but I want to see how. I kind of want to see how the blocks end up at the moment before I. Or just this last one block. No, because that's not going to change anything. Right, where do we want to end up now? That's a 1 dice. That's a 2 dice uphill. These guys. There we go.
More the merrier.
It's a bit like hide the ball at the moment. We're going to have to make one going for it, which is unfortunate. No one, no one, no one, no one, no one. No one. Okay, right. Now we can make a 2 dice here.
Is about to get punched above and
Not ideal, but that's okay. We will stay. We could another 2 dice here.
This is going to be decisive.
Stay. And then make a 1 dice here. We got block, he's got wrestle, and that works.
Like halflings round a sandwich.
So we will stay. Oh, okay, an injury on the strength 4 guy. Right, he's stunned. Right, okay, we really do need to remember that we have a bribe and a dirty player, so we really want to try and foul this guy if we can next turn. But yeah, this is working out alright. We just keep knocking these players down, shifting across. Still got plenty of turns. Like, next turn we do need to try and make a move forward, but this is pretty good. This is pretty good so far. Definitely have a little think about what to do here.
When are they going to replace it?
I don't know, Bob, and I know what you're doing. You just want me to set you up so you can shout, "New balls, please!" I'm not going to do it.
Buzzkill.
Move right. Yeah, I mean the blitzers especially. The as a team they're pretty decent, but the blitzers they do get about a bit. They're not as much. I'm not sure if they're the same as human blitzers though. Yeah, they're the same as human blitzers. Their movement is pretty much identical to the humans.
Smells like a good old
They're not the quickest team, but they're certainly far better than, like, say, on average, better than like orcs, dwarves, and all that. They're definitely they definitely can get around a bit. I think it's just more that they have, yeah, movement 6 on everyone. Yeah, they're probably almost identical. Oh, he's gone.
I hope he knows what he's doing.
That's interesting that he's just gone straight 2 dice uphill. That could have gone really badly for him. I mean, even with a reroll, that's a pretty big risk.
Good call.
For not the greatest amount of reward, to be honest. Not quite sure why he would go that way. And the fact that he didn't have to burn his reroll on the 2 dice uphill saved his bacon now. But then again, I can't really complain because you know, I survived. I haven't gone down, which is good.
That player is looking rather smug for remaining upright.
And again, this probably gives a pretty reasonable set of blocks. we can probably now sort of get some guys over here and really pen these guys in. It's taking a bit too long now, but there we go. There's one. So we're almost certainly making this block here.
Players arrive to assist their teammate.
Yeah. Yep. I don't stop. I don't stop. I'm gonna shove you away.
Nicely deflected.
It's good to see you again, quick. We've got a 1 dice there. We don't really want to blitz out with this guy. What we probably will do, actually, is put the guard guy in here. Take a 2 dice here, just first of all, to get the ball safe, and then decide. Then decide where we want to end up. We will follow it. Right, now it's just a case of to pick where we blitz, where we make our cage now. I feel like up this way is probably good. We ideally need to blitz this guy out the way. So this guy's a problem. Oh, we almost definitely want to actually, yeah, you know what we're going to do? We're going to stick a guy here. We're going to do this. We're going to stick a guy here. We are going to dirty... we're almost certainly going to dirty player that guy. You can get out of the way. That's unfortunate, but I'm not going to... Again, I'm not going to burn the reroll unnecessarily.
It's as though they don't want to die.
There's dirty player. He's going to have to make a go for it to make the foul, but I feel like it's worth it. Unfortunately, actually, no. It kind of puts us in a bad spot if we make the foul there. I've kind of ballsed this out. I should have moved this down one. But I think we're still going to do it anyway. What I'm probably going to do. No, actually, I can't do it now because if he gets sent off. If he gets sent off, I'm in a world of trouble there, so I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to protect the ball carrier. I'm going to take an extra go for it here, so that whoever goes in has to make... Oh well, we rolled a 1. I'm not going to re-roll it. I would very much have liked to have fouled the strength 4 guy there, but if we did it and he got sent off, then we're just standing down here with the ball on our own, because we did it the wrong way round. Yeah, I feel like he doesn't have any great blocks this way. And I feel like with all our guard, if he does base us up, then we get way better blocks than he does. And he's down a couple of men, so I feel like we should be able to get through this little bit of a pickle we've got ourselves into.
Bob, did you know
He's still going to
that
screen.
all Skaven leagues played in great caverns underground? The teams are backed by the powerful greater clans. So you have Clan Skyer teams, Clan Escher...
Yeah, he's definitely not... I mean, I can kind of understand it. He's definitely not over-aggressive about trying to get in on the ball. To be fair to him, he hasn't really had a good spot to do it. And he did try and base up at one point, and then all our guard just kind of shoved him all away and KO'd a couple of players. So it's not like I don't blame him for doing it this way. It is definitely probably what he should be doing. So he's doing a good job at screening. It is making life very awkward for me to try and score, but I feel like we should be alright. I feel like we should be able to make enough ground that we score in 4 turns. Fingers crossed.
Surrounded by adversaries.
Go on, he loves a.
I
That's
think
twice he's
what
done this 2 dice uphill and not been punished for it, which is unfortunate. But each to their own. Each to their own. Like in that situation, I feel like he would have been better off just not making the block and make me throw extra dice. But fair enough. And then he gets a dauntless 1 dice. Okay, so he can kind of he can chain shove this guy into this square if he wants. Put him in 2 tackle zones. Like it's worked out alright for him. We shall soon see. Yeah, okay, so he's pushed him into that square. That's it's not certainly not the worst thing in the world he could have done. I feel like now we do get a bunch of nice blocks though. So we will see how this turns out, I feel like. First things first, yeah, it is just I mean again, like, you know, people play differently. Who am I to tell him that he's doing it wrong? I personally I just wouldn't throw it. I'd just be like, okay, I'll leave it and then make you throw a block. But each to their own. I was going to say, he's almost certainly going to Apo that. Level 4 blitzer with the Agi boost. Yeah, he's almost certainly going to Apo that. Whew. Who's that? Bruce Willis. When we first started this team, I used to complain about Bruce Willis all the time because he actually cost me a couple of games by being absolutely rubbish. But you know what, Bruce? I forgive you. All is forgiven. Yeah, definitely. Ouch. Just take that. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah, he's dead. Dead. I think we take a 2 dice here. That's unfortunate, but we will take this and wrestle. You know, we end up on the floor, but so does he. And this again, this is the guy we actually want to foul. So I'm not actually too upset about this. We are almost certainly gonna blitz this guy. Again, we would very much like this guy to go down. There we go.
I want to see the opposing team have a go at the ball now.
Follow.
Loosen the kick and let the pretty little dove. I mean the ball carrier.
Okay, and then it just becomes a case of where we're going to end up with the ball now. Where is Dirty Player guy? Is he back here? Can he? Can't quite reach. You're going to go up there. Yeah, again, ideally, I wouldn't want to put the ball carrier next to a guy, but I don't really feel like there's any better way for me to do it. What I'll do is just make it so that he can't get extra blocks in that way. And this guy, again, is going to have to go... If he goes 2 dice uphill with his blitz, then so be it. What am I going to do about that? I'd very much like to get... Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to get you in here. And we're gonna foul. We got a bribe as well, I think. So we really want to do this. Yeah, we got a bribe as well. Go on, getting this guy off the pitch would be a massive help. Get in there. Go on. Quick, you've done me a service today. You've done a job today. We're gonna go over here then. You have done me a service. You did well, I don't know if you was here earlier. Earlier on we did a 17% foul on a Croxigar or something, and you just took him out. Like, have that. Little quick kick to the kidneys, and he was gone. Right, so he's just gonna outright blitz 2 dice uphill. Yes, dirty player indeed. It's amazing. Okay, so yeah, I figured like that, you know, he's used his blitz now. So I figure we're doing alright. I figure we almost, once we get down the field, I figure we almost certainly stall till turn 8. There really is no reason for us not to at this point. We're doing well. We've got one blocker off the pitch. The strength 4 blocker as well off the pitch, which is amazing. He's already used his Apo as well, so... I mean, this is unfortunate, but... It's unfortunate he made that 1 dice there, but again, you know, what can you do? I can't wait till we get another level on our catcher and give him block. Then he'll be a pretty solid ball carrier. Oh! Oh! I thought I was getting some payback there. Thick skull saved him. Just a stun. All right, well. But again, I don't feel like this is too terrible. It's a pretty solid just block there, and then we can just run all our guys round, protect the ball over this side somewhere. Is that the way? Oh, mind you, yeah, because you only get the that's the way it works, isn't it? You only get the dirty player if it's actually going to do something. I forgot about that. Add 120 armor and drill. Oh, so does it only take into account the +1 if it's going to break armor? If you're not going to break armor anyway, it just doesn't bother. Is that the way it works? It's like, oh, you only rolled a 2, sod it. I'm not going to bother. I'm not that dirty. But again, we're kind of running out of time. I mean, for all the good things that we've done this game, there is we do need to get a move on. 3 turns, right? So realistically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like 4 squares up would be good. 4 squares up would be good. Right. Oh, okay. Fair enough. That makes sense. Makes sense. Almost certainly wanna.
Unity is strength.
We will take that. Wrestle is fine with us. Alright, and then we just need to start moving these guys. We need to get down the pitch somewhat. So we need to... How far is this guy going to be able to get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he's going to be able to get reasonably far anyway. Okay. So I feel like we stick some men up here. There we go. Where is Dirty Player again? Have I moved him already? Actually, I probably should. I probably messed up there. I probably shouldn't have done that. But we have got a bribe, so I'm just going to foul him with someone else. So it doesn't really matter. Probably with the guard guy. So what we'll do is we will blitz here to try and get an extra.
He'll get an assist now.
Oh, the double skull. There you go. We will follow. I would very much like to get an extra assist on there, but I feel like this is the safer play to get a guy so they can't just pile around. And then I can almost certainly... can I? Okay, yeah, we can do it that way. Gonna get a guy there. We're gonna get a guy in here. Okay, we don't want to go for it. And then we're gonna stamp on someone's head again. Because we have a bribe. And who doesn't love using bribes?
They are down and surrounded by the opposing team.
Ooh.
That looks painful.
What is it? No long-term effect. Alright. Well, he's definitely off as well because he's used his Apo. So I think I think we're pretty good. I think we're pretty good. This has been a pretty good half so far. This is payback for that last Bretonnian guy that crushed me. We've had enough. Damn Bretonnians and their peasants. Their dirty, unwashed masses. Yep, another one down. And the other the good thing is as well is that these are good pieces. These are not peasants. These are, you know, like the strength 4 blocker is huge. But even this guy, like the strip ball blitzer, it's amazing. To be fair, like as we've gone on in the past, like since I've been streaming a lot in the past week and playing a lot more Blood Bowl than I used to. Over the course of the streams, like you'll hear me saying, like like a few days ago, like I'm usually really bad at fouling. Like I always forget I've got bribes, and I'm not very good at using dirty player. And then as it's gone on, I've started trying to pay more attention to it, so that whenever I do see a spot where I can get a good foul on, then I'm trying to just remember to make sure I do it. Again, like that turn, it worked out all right because I got a bribe, but even that turn I kind of messed up because I moved the dirty player guy without fouling with him, when I should have just moved a different guy and then used the dirty player guy to foul. But I'm getting better at it. I'm definitely getting better at it. It's becoming slightly easier, or I'm remembering to do it more often. Games like this as well, it helps. Like dirty player is one of these things. Like when you've got dirty player and a bribe, I feel like it just helps you. It helps you snowball games that you're doing well in. Like if you get a number, like if I get a numbers advantage early on. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like I feel like I'm getting better at it. I'm definitely trying to pay more attention to it. But I definitely feel like bribes and dirty player, they help you snowball advantages more than anything else. I feel like if you've got a couple of extra men, so that you can afford to commit 2-3 guys to a foul every turn, then dirty player suddenly becomes amazing. Because you just like 80% fouls all over the place. It really does help. Really does help.
What are you doing, Chip?
Oh, sorry, Bob, you caught me polishing my
So 2 more turns. I feel like we almost certainly just peg it this way next turn. And see what happens. He is definitely running out of options.
The viewers can see everything, so I need to look my best.
We're gonna hopefully tie you up. Okay. And then again, I feel like the first things first. The first thing we're gonna do is get a guy safe over there. We don't need to do anything too nutty. We'll leave that till last. Not the most yeah, it's always good when you have a game where the ref just seems completely uninterested. It does make life easier. You're gonna go there. Right, and then I feel like again we're just gonna try and make this safe and or as safe as can be. We will probably almost certainly blitz one of these guys. This time we've remembered to leave dirty player here just in case. It's unlikely we're going to find a good spot to foul here, but we will take our... Probably could have re-rolled that, but I'm not going to. Actually, I probably should have re-rolled that. There isn't really anything else to re-roll at this point. But we will see. Oh, no, maybe... No, actually, you know what? No, because there probably is. I do actually want to try and get a guy over here. Has he got any friends? He hasn't got any friends, has he? No, right, yeah, no, I do actually want to try and get a guy far enough down. No, I messed that up. Reroll. I messed that up. That was a misclick. But it's turned out alright. Well, I say alright, it's turned out adequately. Oh, well, there we go then. So yeah, pretty solid off. You know, that's, you know, if you could pick an ideal half for the humans against Bretonnians, that'd probably be close. You know, you use up the clock, couple of injuries, couple of KOs, and we're pretty much unscathed. So that has gone according to plan. Both down, eh? Oh well. So he's got his blitz on the dirty player. Punched him in the head. Well, that seems awfully risky. I have seen people do this before, where they try and bait you in to try to surf them in the hope that you mess up the dice rolls. But that is, like, I can't not now. I've got a re-roll. I'm almost certainly going to try and surf this dude. I'm going to stand this guy up. I'm going to push him, and then I'm going to blitz. I'm going to blitz. I'm going to blitz him off the pitch. It has to be done.
If the player is pushed here, it will finish in the public. And in general, fans are much more dangerous than players.
Is there any way to... I'm sure there's a way to surf both these guys now. No, maybe not, because I'd have to get a guy in there, which would be too complicated. I mean, either way, like level two blocker, level 2 blitzer. Like, one of these guys is getting surfed, almost certainly. I hope. I'm gonna try it. I'm definitely gonna try it. I'm gonna unless he does it. Unless he gets more guys behind, maybe I won't. But I don't know. I feel like it's got to be worth a shot.
To end your turn on the border of the pitch. If the player gets pushed into the crowd, well, last time that happened.
Okay, so that makes it slightly more complicated. I feel like I kind of have to do it now to kind of open up a spot. Maybe. I mean, he's done. You know what? He's done far better there than I thought he was going to do. I thought he had no chance of making this awkward, but he's done pretty well there. But I do feel like that if we put guard guy here and then push him and then blitz in and push him off and get out of the way again, then we're golden. So I feel like, has he got guard here anywhere? No. So I feel like that's what we do. We put guard guy in here. He has got block, and so's he. So
They're gathering around that lone player.
oh, do I want to risk it? Do I want to risk it? No, I'm not gonna. As much as I would like to, I'm not gonna.
One more step in.
I might. Is there any way to... I'd be tempted to punch the peasant just to see if I can get the peasant off the pitch. Never mind. And then that's probably it. I'm probably not going to do anything too fruity after that. I'm just going to run it in. Yeah, there's not really any good way to serve people there. I'm not going to mess around trying to... The fact that you managed to get 3 guys over there kind of made it awkward. If there was an easier way to do it, I would have done it. But it would have meant, I would have had to take a push and then... if I end up with a both down and he wrestles me to the floor, like, if I would have pushed the blocker this way and tried to blitz him off, if I end up with a both down result, then he wrestles us both to the floor and my runner's got nowhere to go, so that's why I didn't really want to do it. And I guess we just play the old no blitz for you game, or certainly no good blitz for you game. We'll take Okay, you can stay on the line. And away we go. Right, yeah. So this is gone pretty well. Pretty well.
Oh, look. Is that Lord Borak down there, Bob, in front row?
I think it is, Chum. Hey, Borak! Log off, you buckethead!
He's definitely having a think about this. I'm not sure if there is a way. I mean, I'm assuming there is a way that Bretonnians can one-turn touchdown. I'm sure I've heard talk that there is possible ways to do it with like movement 7 and 6. Not sure if he could do it with that few players though. Did he do it with quick step? I think there may be a way, but I don't know what it is. Lord Borak. Who's Lord Borak? I don't know who that is. I'm probably missing something really obvious here, but I don't know.
I'm just waiting for the players and the coach to do something. Anything! Please, just be interesting.
Oh, okay. I see. Star player. Yeah, I never really Oh right, you know what? I hear it so like sometime after a while, the commentary just kind of fades it. Like I phase it out. Sometimes I catch the occasional line and I have a little chuckle. I'm like, oh yeah, that one's a funny one. But more often than not, I'm just like phasing it out completely. Some of it's funny the first few times. I turned it off for a little while, but then when I turned it off, it felt weird playing without it on for some odd reason. Like it just seemed like it seemed too quiet. I was like, oh, it seems a bit quiet now, but yeah, it's just kind of random background noise to me now after hearing it. I do like it when you don't do anything for a while and they go on their little rants. Oh, that peasant. Just a stun, okay. Yeah, yeah, it does. I like the little. The first time I heard it as well, it was pretty funny. The little chat they have about him and Morgan Thorg. I'm contractually obliged not to say, but the matter's been settled. Right, so he's gone. I'm not quite. So is he actually gonna foul with the peasant? I mean, even if he doesn't have dirty player, like fouling with the peasant is not the worst thing in the world. Like they are good players to foul with.
Even Cinch would struggle to untangle that.
And this is certainly a way better piece than a peasant. So yeah, maybe he does. Maybe he fouls. Maybe he fouls with the peasant. Maybe blitzes the ogre first and then fouls with the peasant? I don't know. Oh, mind you, no, he doesn't have any peasants left. So, fouling with a blocker is slightly more iffy, but it is just a level 1 blocker, so... Oh, and the ogre has survived. So he can't really foul with this guy now either.
Watch it.
Yeah.
Players up. There's no
Morgenthau is funny. I've played a couple of games with Morgenthau, and when he does well, it is hilarious. It's so much fun when he does well. But I think I played a lizard team, a lizard man team that was high enough TV against me. Maybe not with. I don't think I played it with the humans. I think with the Bretts maybe. And I was messing around with Bretts before I started streaming. I played with Morgenthau because he had so much TV on me that I could afford him. But he did he tied up a load of players. He basically spent the whole game with like the Croxigor and 2 Saurus just standing there punching him. So he did well, but I just didn't really get a chance to really punch people with him. Right, so we are on defence, and we are gonna see. The good thing is we don't actually need to sub out our catcher on defence because yeah, strength 3, woohoo! And I'm not. I mean, we do have to be a little bit careful here. Bretts are perfectly capable of doing, you know, their blitzers are very, very good at doing quick scores and random stuff. I say random, just good. You know what? So we're actually going to play a little bit back here. If you watch out for Clawcaster, yeah. I mean, all like. Sometimes, like literally, it was one of them situations where I had so much TV, I was like, "Oh, I might as well buy Morgenthau. Why not? Let's play with him for a game and see what happens." Like on the balance of things, I'm still up in the air whether Morgenthau is better than like a bribe and a wizard and some babes and or just getting a far cheaper star player. I don't know. Oh yeah. What you do the old you go claw on the lizard man. I don't. Did lizard man get claw? Or maybe I'm reading this wrong. Maybe you just meant the bit about the Croxigor and the 2 Saurus punching Morgenthau. But welcome anyway, Blaze. It's welcome to the stream. Quick snap again. Oh, quick snap again.
A great game so far.
So yeah, hopefully there is a small chance that this game, if we get a good first couple of turns and we can maybe get a couple of KOs or an injury, cheeky little dirty player, then maybe this game turns out really well, like the other one that we had that was a 3-1 or something. Maybe. Dodge block, yeah, dodge block and stand firm is just so annoying to deal with, especially on if they ever manage to get it on like a Saurus or something. Morg doesn't have, it's a shame Morg doesn't have a, I don't think he doesn't have tackle, does he? He just has like block. Strength 6 block. Let's have it. But oh, he did the. I wondered what happened then. I thought he just picked the ball up and ended his turn, but he was doing his quick snap. I dislike lizardmen teams are still. I find them a real pain to deal with sometimes. Like whenever I play lizardmen teams, my only strategy is always just make a beeline for the skinks and kill them. And if I don't kill them reasonably quickly, I just have problems because all the Saurus just run around going herpy derp, have that, off the pitch, son, and then I'm in a world of trouble. Has he got? God, we really want One more injury and an MVP. We really want it, and then we get a chance to see if we get a double this time. Really need a double. This will be like the next one will be the 4th level up on an ogre. We need a double. We really want block. If you don't get block, unfortunately, you're getting fired.
He's now as free as a fart in a thunderstorm.
Players about to get punched
Oh.
above and below the belt at the same time.
I advise
Oh,
Sorry.
that's unfortunate.
They're going
No
to
long-term
carry
effect. Do we
this
want to?
around for the rest of their short life.
Yeah, I feel like it's annoying, but I feel like we can live without the ogre. I feel like we can live without him. If the ogre had block, and I could like consistently block with him every turn and not worry about it, I would probably be tempted to Apo that and just to cement the first few turns of this half. But considering he doesn't have block and considering he's playing Brett and the Dauntless pretty much renders the big guy as a normal piece a lot of the time, I don't think it's worth it. Oh, 5-strength Saurus down the drain. That's unfortunate. I'm still actually very impressed that the guy I saw earlier who had a strength 4 catcher. That is have you got a dirty player skink? That's all you need really, a dirty player skink. What's he going to do here then? Blood strength 3. So good. Well, that's going to be like, it's like this this guy. This guy's going to be exactly the same. Blood strength 3 catcher. That's how we go. Not only that, blood strength 3 catcher with nerves of steel. This guy will eventually be amazing if he doesn't die. Does he throw it now or does he leave it alone? Okay, so we have to cover this now. That's we almost certainly want to blitz in. We'll put you there, guard guy.
You need to be close. So close they can smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I might have. No, we'll be okay if we do it this way. We need a knockdown here, though. Really, realistically,
You'll get an assist now.
that'll do. Because otherwise, we might have been in a little bit of trouble. Because if we didn't get a knockdown and he wrestled us, then this guy was still free, which is what we didn't want. No mighty blow. Yeah, I haven't got. Oh, right. You're talking about the blood strength scheme. Yeah, no, definitely. Get piling on. Piling on would be amazing. And just blitz with him every turn. Without fail. Right, where is the guard guy? Guard guy.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone. Should be good.
Oh, the double skull.
I call that time.
Okay. So you're going to go there. Well, this is pretty well covered now. And now it's just a case of... We do kind of have to keep enough players here that he can't just run. This is still kind of awkward.
The attacker has an assist.
Oh well, we're just going to push him away. Don't want to deal with him. You're going to go there. And I would very much like you to be able to run over here and foul, but you can't make it that far. I don't really want to foul the... Although, it's a level 2 peasant. What would our foul be like? 42% on a level 2 peasant. Why would you go that way? I don't know. Is it worth it? I mean, we got a bribe as well. You know, why not? We got a bribe as well. We might as well just get pieces off the pitch. He's got no bench. Any piece off the pitch is a good one at this point. There we go. Stun. That works. We can live with that. It's just one less piece to deal with. Is he human? Yep, humans v Bretonnians. I am the humans. I am these awesome shiny red guys, and he is the terrible peasant-filled brown team. I'm only messing around though. I don't mean to be mean to him personally. I'm just taking the mick out of Bretonnians, peasants. Oh, what's that? Rowan 4621. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for the follow. It's much appreciated. And I hope you enjoy your stay. I still feel like we're in a pretty reasonable spot here. He hasn't really got anywhere he can go that easily, and this guy being free means that no matter where he goes, realistically, we are going to catch him. But we shall see. I have been known to miss things, so there is a chance he just does something, and I'm like, oh yeah, could have done that. Rowan, no problem, Rowan. I tend to just I tend to just read out whatever he says, but Rowan is cool. Rowan is cool. I tend to shorten it after a while anyway. So I know the feeling anyway. My screen name for virtually every game I play is Thibbledorf, but that's a bit of a mouthful, so most of the people I play games with just end up calling me Tib, because it's easier. It's easier to shout. God damn it, Tib! What are you doing? When I mess things up. This skink sounds amazing, by the way. I'm trying to pay attention to the game, but I'm actually like I'm distracted by talk of this magical skink. the blood shake through skink with diving tackle. That'd be good. Or piling on would be so good. But like Mighty Blow would be better. But piling on, I only want piling on because I like the skink animation, like the skink fouling animation is pretty cool as well, where he does the somersault. It's much better than the Dark Elf animation. The Dark Elf animation is too... It's like here, take a good long look at my crotch. It's all a bit weird. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the only person like that. That is just a heap of dodges. I think, like, this guy, he plays reasonably well. Like, he played really well with the screen. Like, he knows what he's doing. The only thing I think is that maybe he's used to playing Blood Bowl 1. And I think in Blood Bowl 1 you had 4 minutes a turn. Off the top of my head. I don't know for definite. But I'm pretty sure that in Blood Bowl 1 you had 4 minutes a turn. 4 minutes per turn. So it may be that he's just not used to playing with the 2 minutes a turn, and that's why he's had a bit of trouble. I don't know for definite. Right, I feel like we're almost certainly going to make a break for glory here. And again, because we are 1-0 up, we are not hanging around. We're going to score. We're going to score next turn. We're going to do it, and we're going to try and... We're going to try and see how we go. Make the game interesting. Get a bunch of scores on. Only one dice there. We've got any 2 dices here? Ooh. Do we? Is there a way to... That's a shame. Oh well. If I was him, if he knows what he's doing, Yep, he clearly knows what he's doing. Yes, I mean, he knows what he's doing. What's a good team to start with if you've never played Blood Bowl? Me personally, there's two routes you can go. There's the humans, because the humans are not, like, they're not specialised. They're not, you know, like, there are certain, like, elves are very much agility, passing, you have to dodge out the way of a lot, you have to avoid fights, blah, 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 blah. Humans are not really specialised in anything, so you can pretty much just start a human team, pick whatever skills you think look good and learn how they work, and then just kind of play them however you like and just get a feel for the game and what works, what doesn't, how to go about blocking things. And you also, as humans, you also end up playing against a lot of teams which have more strength than you, which is actually pretty good early on for learning how to block properly, which is really important. Like learning, you know, where to place your pieces so that you get decent 2-die blocks and you don't just get crushed all the time. So you can go that route with the humans. The other route you can go, I would say, personally, is dwarves. Because dwarves, early on, it's not to say that you will win a lot of games as dwarves, but their playstyle is very simple. It's literally just a case of pick the ball up and slowly move down the field and hit as many people as possible. That's just what dwarves do. And dwarves will always do that, and you don't really have to deviate from that. You will either have really good games where you slowly march down the pitch and just crush teams, or occasionally you end up against like a really good elf team and they just run around you and you're too slow to catch up. It happens. But they're the two teams that I personally would pick if you were going to start out. Other people would probably maybe have different... Orcs, again, orcs for exactly the same reason as humans. I feel like an orc team's a slightly more bashy version of humans. They have more strength. They have less... I think they might have less block early on. They don't get a big guy. But orcs are very similar in that they're a fairly... You know... More often than not, you're going to just be punching stuff with the orcs, but they've got a thrower. You can throw with the orcs if you really want, you know. So that's what I'd suggest. If there's anyone in chat who's got a good shout as to a different team and someone new would want to start out with, by all means, crack on. But they're kind of the ones that I would suggest from my experience with the game, anyway. That. No, definitely not Chaos. Do not listen to Blaze. Do not listen to him. No. Yeah, definitely not Chaos. Definitely not Chaos. But more than anything, I think for people new to the game, more than anything, because the game doesn't necessarily do the greatest job at explaining it, like explaining the intricacies of what's good, what's not, and why. I would honestly just say I'll explain why not Chaos in a minute, but I'm sure Blaze is just messing around. There we go. More than anything, I would say to new players is, you know, have a look on YouTube, because the game itself, it has a much better tutorial in this version than they did in the old one. And the campaign playing through it will help you out. But there's a lot of people on YouTube who are very good at Blood Bowl. We've done a lot of videos about, you know, the basics, blocking, and the way it works, and different skills, and how to build different teams. So, you know, watch a couple of videos. You know, find some people that have made some videos about teams that you like, or just watch other people play and try and pick up why they do what they do. That is definitely a good shout. For anyone who is not sure, from my personal views on the Chaos would be, as a new player, do not play Chaos, because my ogre got injured in the first half. Oh, sorry, no, in the second half. At the beginning of this half, he got injured, and I didn't appo him because I felt like we could do without him. But yeah, the reason why you shouldn't play Chaos as a new player is because for very, very new, like later on in the game, once you've had a Chaos team for a while and you've got over the hump and they've got a bunch of skills, they're extremely good. They're one of the best teams at high team value, I think, anyway. But when you first start out with a Chaos team, they're rubbish. Like, they're a rubbish team to start out with because they don't have any. They have very little in the way of skills. So actually getting a Chaos team to the point where they're really high TV is reasonably hard if you do it properly. There's a lot of people in the NAF League who have not done it properly. They just concede until they get easy games, but that's beside the point. But yeah, Chaos, I don't feel like Chaos is a brilliant... Oh no, the dirty player went down. I personally don't feel like Chaos is brilliant for newbies, for someone new to the game. I don't want to use newbies. Newbies is not... I don't mean newbies as derogatory. I just mean, you know, people who are new to the game. Chaos is not a team I would pick. I personally would go humans or dwarves. And if you really don't fancy humans or dwarves, maybe orcs, if you want something a little bit punchier than humans. And then just go from there. But all the to be fair, saying that, one of the great things about Blood Bowl is a lot of the teams play drastically different. Playing dwarves is very, very different than playing, say, Dark Elves. It's a very different mindset and the way you go about the game. So, you know, if you really want to learn it and you're really interested in a particular team, you know, say you want to play Elves because you like Elves, then by all means start with Elves, but just make sure you know, do a little bit of research beforehand, maybe watch a couple of people who are really good at playing Elves and figure out what it is you're supposed to be doing. Lizardmen are another fun team. Lizardmen can be really good. I personally think I hate playing Lizardmen. I think Lizardmen are a really good team. But again, you know, Lizardmen are one of these teams that are they do very specific things very well. You know, you get a bunch of big, strong guys who can punch people to death. But if you don't protect your skinks really well, then you'll struggle. Is basically what I feel about Lizardmen. So again, you know, new players can play them, but yeah. And again, orcs are good. You know, 6 movement on the Blitzer, yeah, not ideal. And again, the reason I say orcs and humans and dwarves is not because I think orcs, humans, and dwarves are the best teams. I just feel like with orcs and humans especially, you get a bit of a flavour of, you know, there's going to be certain teams that you can just pile into and bash, and there's going to be other teams that you have to play a bit more careful with and not get involved in a big pile up. So you kind of get a bit of a feel for, you know, when is good to just pile all my players in and when not so much. And because you guys are not the quickest, you also get an idea of, you know, playing a bit safe, leaving some guys back so that people can't just run around you all day.
That's a solid formation.
You know, I feel like they're good shouts for a starter team. But God, if only I had a fireball here. But no, honestly, I feel like if you just, you know, if you pick a team that you like the look of, have a little look on YouTube for some videos, and then just crack on. And then after a few games, if you feel like, oh, this is not working, try something different. I've probably rambled on a bit there. I've probably answered your question way more involved than you ever hoped for, but no, I'm just it's nice if people ask questions. It gives me a chance to waffle on a bit. Right, what are we going to do here? We are almost certainly going to blitz. I don't really feel like, honestly, I really don't feel like there's any point me trying to put a load of players in here to blitz this guy. I want to try and tackle guy. Where's Mighty Blow guy? We got Mighty Blow guy still? We should have. Yeah, here we go. I feel like we're almost certainly going to... We're going to punch the peasant with Mighty Blow guy, and then we're just going to set up a screen, I think.
That's it. Get in their face.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, in that, I mean, if you're coming to the game like with proper fresh eyes and you've never really played Blood Bowl or much in the way of, you know, beforehand, then honestly, like, I genuinely wouldn't worry about what team is good, what team is bad. I think for a lot of people, the thing that keeps them in the game is playing a team that they like playing. I mean, you know, humans they suggest as a starter team for good reason, but if you Moobot lied. Well, what did Moobot lie about? What did he say? What's he done? But yeah, no, I mean, I'm all for people just being like, you know what, I'm gonna play Lizardmen because I like the look of Lizardmen. And if you like see a team that you really like the look of, go for it. Like pick them, learn how to play them. But if you find yourself struggling, the best bet is look on YouTube. Or there's a few really good websites for Blood Bowl that go, you know, they have a lot of articles on each individual team, what their strengths and weaknesses are, how you build them, how to play them. Because the game's been going for a long, long time. I mean, off the top of my head, I think there's one called Blood Bowl Playbook, maybe? Off the top of my head. Or, you know, it's fairly easy to find stuff on YouTube. But yeah, the Blood Bowl community as a whole is fairly, they're fairly good about, you know, sharing information and you know, giving people resources to, oh, right, okay. You're saying he's all... Oh, well, you didn't get your Goblin Dance. Was you here the day that the Goblin Dance didn't work? If you really didn't get your Goblin Dance, I can do one for you. Unfortunately, it's going to have my name on it.
Smell your breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
If that is the case, then I sincerely apologise. Yeah, if you followed and you did not get the Goblin, let me know and I will make it happen just for you. Did you get okay, and as I say, unfortunately, it's going to say Thibbledorf as opposed to Blaze, but that would have been the Goblin Dance you received, and that Goblin Dance was just for you. I have had a bit of a problem with it today, actually. Earlier on, another guy who streams Blood Bowl by the name of Lupak, he was kind enough to host my stream after he was done for the evening, and I didn't get the stream hosting alert, which was a shame, because it wasn't working properly. Which is weird because I did test it before I started streaming today, and it just went a bit pear-shaped for some reason. But yeah, did you get the game on PC, Hell's Reach, or did you get it on a console? Or because I know there's a lot of people who have kind of, you know, picked it up on a console, and that's why they're, you know, looking at Blood Bowl streams and everything. I've had a couple of guys in the chat who have recently picked up the console version.
The fight is about to happen.
Oh, you got the PC. Nice. I mean, I can't remember. We was having a conversation with someone about the console version. I think, yeah, PC Master Race. There is always that. Still going. Yeah, still going. We're probably... I'm not sure. I'm going to see how I feel after this game. I might try and squeeze in one more. I don't know. It depends. But yeah, we're still going. 5.5 hours so far. Or I don't know. It depends. See, there you go. You just did it too quick. I was too fast on the trigger. I think it just takes a little while for it to go through the system, maybe. But that's even better. That one had your name on it and everything. And welcome back, by the way, Mr. I'm going to call you Mr. Bend for a moment. The Bend. Right. But yeah, no, the PC version. I mean, given the choice, I would recommend people get the PC version, mainly because I feel like you might. Oh god, well, see, this is what I get when I talk too much. I don't stop paying attention. That was a good dodge by that guy. I almost certainly want to blitz in here. Do I want to blitz in there, or do I want to blitz around? Right, I almost certainly need a guy here. And I almost certainly want to... See, that's going for it. I feel like I almost certainly want to blitz in this way if I can. Yeah, no, the thing is, like what I was saying before is
That's a holding.
no, we didn't. We actually what did we lose? I'm pretty sure we. I'm gonna re-roll that because I really want to get this guy. There we go. I want to at least get one tackle zone on this guy. We did. I'm pretty sure we lost the first game of the day. We had a pretty rough set of dice, and we lost the first one, which was unfortunate. But you know, it happens. It happens. I've always said I am by no means the greatest Blood Bowl coach in the world. I am prone to losing the occasional game. I win more than I lose lately, but I still do lose some. But yeah, we lost the first one of the day. But since then, it's been going reasonably well. I feel like we had a pretty good 3-1. A pretty good 3-1. And as far as the the Lizards, yeah, we had a pretty rough time there. But yeah, since then it's been all right. It's been all right. We had a good game. I can't remember who we had the 3-1 against now, but we had a good game. We played against the Chaos team who did the typical Chaos. Oh, you've injured a player, and we've got no bench, and it's turn 3, so I'm going to pick up my ball and go home. And he conceded. And I can't really remember what else. But yeah, no, it's been going all right. It's been going all right. Our record's about. I know we've got at least one extra loss on our record because of that when they was having the problems with the connections. Like I had one of those games where I searched for a game and it never happened, and then it said I conceded even though I didn't. And I was like, okay, not much I can do about that. But I think we're like 15 1-3 or 16 1-3, something like that. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Team's pretty solid. But yeah, the Xbox One, the Xbox version of Blood Bowl 2. My feelings about the Xbox version of Blood Bowl 2 are this. I'm glad they did it because I think,
How do you feel about being
you know,
such an important match?
bringing games like Blood Bowl 2 to a console are, you know, it's good. It's a good thing to give people on the console a chance to play these types of games. Like this, you know, when they ported Divinity Original Sin to the console, I think that's a good move. Or for people like me anyway who like that sort of thing, it's nice to have those kind of games on a console. You know, as far as I'm concerned, if they go to a console and they do well, it means that they will make more of those kind of games. Like, and that's what I want. So I'm all for it. I think the only problem they have is that because they made it so that the console version and the PC version can't play each other, and 90% of the fun of this game comes out of playing online, people who have the console version have a very limited pool of people to play against, which makes it hard for them to get a game. And I think that's the only major downfall, which is why I would say get the PC version if you can. But I am glad that they, you know, I'm not. This is not to like to use a colourful phrase. This is not to piss on Cyanide's cornflakes. This is, you know, I'm glad that they did a console version. I think it's a good thing. I like seeing people make an effort to bring turn-based games to consoles. Like, it gives them a chance to do well, make more money, and bring more turn-based games. So I'm all for it. But yeah, it's just a shame that they made it so that the console and the PC couldn't play each other. That would have been ideal, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it's real. From what I've heard, it's a real struggle to get a game on the console version, which is a real shame. It is a real shame. But then again, by the same token, I think there may be a large portion of people. I think there's probably a large portion of people out there who buy the console version just to play single player. Like, and again, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think, you know, it's not necessarily something I would do, but there is a function in the game. I'm assuming it's in the console version as well, whereby you can make a team and stick them in a league with a bunch of AI teams. You know, I think there's a lot of people out there who'd be very interested in that, just to be able to come home, play a game of Blood Bowl against the AI and be done with it.
The coach is pleading that the pass will kick off a last-minute play.
Well, we didn't make the interception, but he screwed up the pass. The bounce actually went quite well for him. But that's good. Yeah, I mean, if you can always get a game, then yeah, I mean, that's all you need really. As long as you can get a game reasonably fast, then that's all you need. Like, that's all they really need out of it. You want to stand up. I feel like we might let one in here at the end. It's a good job we're 2-0 up. We actually committed a bunch of players to this to try and get tackle zones on the guy, and he did pretty well to block us out and avoid that. But We shall see. I would very much like to block this guy and block this guy and get my thrower over there, but and before anything, we should certainly make this going for it first, in case we need to re-roll it. Right, okay. You stand up. You're gonna...
This is going to be decisive.
Okay. That works.
He's on him now. Like
This guy very much needs to end up on the floor, which that works because he's got wrestle. And then I feel like what we might do here is try and be really cheeky. Ah, see, it's a shame that
that's disappointing.
it's a shame that didn't work out. But what we're going to do is we're going to do something really cheeky here. If this works out, pick up.
I'd call it
Okay.
stealing if I cared about that kind of thing.
If we can make this dodge,
Oh, a last minute
we've got
pass. They're willing to go
we've got accurate strong arm, and he's got nerves of steel. We might make this. Oh, we made the interception. That's a shame. God, that peasant. God, how many tackle zones is that peasant in? Jesus. What was it? I was going to say that must have been a 6. Jesus. God, we was away there. We was home free. If we made that catch, we was away. We was at the races. Never mind. Never mind. It was worth a go. It was worth a go in turn 15 or whatever. But yeah, no. As long as you can always get a game against people, then that's all you really need on a console version. But it is a real shame actually that people, because I know from the league I play in on their forums, there was a lot of people when Blood Bowl 2 was first released, there was a lot of people who came and signed up for the forums and was like, I was hoping to join a more organised league because I enjoy the game, but I'm on the console version. Can we play together? And unfortunately, the answer was no, because they've made it so that the PC and the console don't play against each other. Oh, was that? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we had humans versus humans. That's right. Yeah, we did have a humans versus humans game today, and which I'm glad we won, because if there's nothing that hurts quite as much as having your team beat by someone else with the same team. That's a special kind of loss that really hurts. Oh, that's cool then. That's cool. If there's always games on, you're all right. But yeah, no, it's just a bit of a shame is all, because there's definitely the scope for it to be. Oh, do I want to re-roll that? You know what? I think I'm gonna. It's the last turn. What else am I gonna do? My re-roll. We want to try and get the ball out. Is this the last turn? If this is the last turn, there's not much we can do. It's a shame actually. If we had one more turn, then we could have. Right. I mean, to be fair, that's just fortunate for Chaos teams. I know, like early on, the Minotaurs actually. Chaos teams with a Minotaur early on is the same. Like humans need the ogre because humans don't have the strength. Otherwise, they kind of really struggle against some teams without the ogre. But I know a lot of very very good Chaos coaches who play Chaos a lot at a fairly high level. They don't use the Minotaur because Chaos just don't really need it to do what they need to do. But yeah, no, it can work. I've had a Minotaur run riot over my team before. It's like all big guys, like big guys, Minotaurs, ogres, all them. Like you'll have so many games where they do absolutely nothing all game long, and it cause you nothing but headaches. But then they'll have the occasional one game where they just kill everything in sight. And then I suppose we go. For a little pickup and maybe a. We can't score, can we? No, we can't score. So we're gonna go for the glory pass. Yeah, well, that's my understanding of it. I may be wrong. I always like to leave open the possibility that I'm talking out of my my backside. But from what I remember seeing, that there's a lot of Chaos teams that don't, at high level, don't use the Minotaur once they get past a certain point, because they just have so much, you know, like all of the Chaos Warriors are strength 4. They've usually got plenty of strength, enough strength to deal with anyone else, and the Minotaur is just an unreliable piece which they don't need. But early on, it's definitely nice to have the big Minotaur just in there, causing havoc. I should say GG to this guy before. Have I got another turn? I've messed this up. I was looking at the wrong one. If I knew I had another turn, I would have made a run for it. How far could we have got? We might have been able to... Oh, that's a shame, with a bunch of going for it. Might have been able to score there. Never mind. But yeah, no, the Minotaur is a little bit, like all big guys are a little bit unreliable, and especially by the time Chaos teams have got to the point where they're like high TV, you know, if they've rolled one double on a Chaos Warrior, like by that point the Chaos Warrior is like strength 5 with block and mighty blow, and he's just better than the Minotaur in every respect anyway. So it's just kind of like a lot of people don't use them. But I love the Ogre. I will always use an Ogre because I think, one, I think human teams kind of need an Ogre, and 2, I just like the Ogre, even if he does frustrate the hell out of me. This Ogre's better than the last one. The last one was an absolute nightmare. I had one game where the last Ogre got knocked out on turn 1. Before he'd done anything, we kicked off, he got knocked out, and then he spent the whole game just lying there in the box, getting a suntan. And then he got MVP. As you do. God, I'm kind of gutted now. I thought I had 2 turns left. Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like, it's when like Lizardmen team are like, to me, like, people complain about Chaos, but I hate Lizardmen more. Like, a good Lizardman team, like a guy who knows what he's doing with Lizardmen, if they get ahead, it's just so like hard to play against them, with humans anyway. Like, because they just outmuscle you all day long, and there's just nothing. Like, if they get one of your guys off the pitch, one of your good guys, or you know, or if your Ogre's not having a good game, you just hit this brick wall of like Saurus. That's just like a brick wall, and you cannot get past it. And then you get these little skinks going, herpy derpy derp. I'm just going to score from the halfway line. Woo! Like, I love them as a team. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they're overpowered or they, you know, it's a silly team. Like, they're a great team. I just, as a human, as playing them is just really hard for me sometimes.
We've still got players hitting each other. Love it.
Like, Lizardmen is one of them teams that whenever I play, it usually depends on the first few turns whether or not it's going to go well for me. If they get like a good injury roll early on against one of my blitzers or something, or my Ogre or guard guy, I'm in real trouble. If in the first 2 turns I blitz a skink and kill him, then I'm like, oh, alright, this might be alright. This might be alright. I don't feel like we're gonna. I suppose we do. Is there anyone we desperately want some points on that's close to a level up? God, he is 0 of 6. Oh, mind you, he is new. We'll let him off. Same as this guy. This guy was new. We did have an old lineman that was named after someone, but unfortunately he got minus agi, so I fired him. Close to a 1-turner. Having a natural movement 10 1-turner is such a bonus. Oh. Skip. Did I say GG already? No, I will do, yeah. GG, we're all done. Never mind. So yeah, good solid 2-0. Good solid 2-0.
I thought my heart would almost beat on more than one occasion.
Did we get any level ups? Certainly need to dump some money. He got a level up. We probably didn't get a level up. We're at the stage now where we're not often going to get level ups. Our team's pretty high level. We really do need unfortunately, we're also at the stage now where these players are so good that our linemen are going to struggle to get levels unless they get an MVP. Leveling up these guys is going to be a bit of an issue. We do need to try and do it. Like, if we ever get an opportunity to give him the ball to run a touchdown, then we probably will. Yeah, no, things are going alright. I will have a quick look at the history, actually. So, yeah, we had a 2-1. We did have a... Oh, this was the one. This game was just... We struggled mightily all game. And then... From what I understand... Sorry, just quick. I'm going to answer that question about claws versus dwarf teams, or is Mighty Blow better? And again, this is something that I remember reading about somewhere that I may be wrong. My understanding of it was that Mighty Blow first is always better. Just generally... Claw's good against dwarf teams, don't get me wrong. But unless you know you're going to be playing dwarves all the time, you're better off just getting Mighty Blow first. Because Mighty Blow works on every team. And then worry about Claw later. But that's just me personally. I mean, I may be talking out the side of my face there. So
Experiment to use balls made of granite.
But in general, in answer to that specific question, yes, Claw is probably very good versus dwarf teams because they all have... I'm pretty sure that they all have more than AV7. They all have high AV. I will look it up actually before I go. I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, again, I would say this to everyone: don't take what I say as gospel. Like, I do my best to try and provide what little knowledge I have about the game, but there's a lot of things about the game which I am not like. I would never claim to know everything, or I just play as best I can and hope for the best, kind of thing. But yeah, like Blaze said that as well. If you're playing a team that has access to access to Claw and things like that, a lot of Chaos coaches you will see will go Claw first or things like that first. But that order is, as far as I'm concerned, that is the best order. Block, Mighty Blow, then Claw. That would be the best order for anyone that can get it. Like, block is more important than either of them, as far as I'm concerned. Because if you don't get block, you're in trouble. Like, you're going to end up spending far more time on your backside than you would otherwise. And then I just feel like Mighty Blow is better than Claw because Mighty Blow always works, whereas Claw only works on IAV teams. This guy, what do we have here? This this was the game where we had the last turn miraculous touchdown to nick a jaw. That was great.
Really magical, Bob?
This was... Who was this against? Oh, that was the Chaos coach. Yeah, that was the Chaos coach who picked up his ball and went home. This was a good one. This was gay. This guy just did us over. Like, we really struggled this game. From what I remember, we might have had some iffy dice, but at the end of the day, sometimes you just have bad games. I mean, he played well. I feel bad for him because he actually got his MVP on the skink that I killed, which is unfortunate for him. That's quite unfortunate to say the least. But yeah, we did outright kill a skink. And then what else was this? This was the first one of the day, maybe. Against Dark Elves. I'm not sure if that was the first one of the day or last one of yesterday. Probably that was probably the last one yesterday. Probably these 5 I've had today. So a draw, 2 wins, 3 wins. 3 wins, a draw and a loss is the way we've got it today. So we're like 18-2 and 4 according to this, but I don't know how accurate that is.